Good morning, everyone. It is Alicia. I thought I would hop on here and do another what I eat in a day. It is currently 6:45 a.m. and I am getting ready to take my kiddo off to school, but first I'm getting myself some coffee to go because after I drop him off, I'm gonna run over to Kroger and get some stuff to do some fall baking. It is officially fall, and even though I've already been doing fall baking, I'm definitely gonna kick that off a little bit more now that we're officially in fall. So I gotta get some baking stuff so that I can do that. And like I said, first thing first is I'm gonna get my coffee ready and then I can just take it with me. So let me show you what I'm having for coffee this morning. So this morning, got my little Contigo here, travel mug, and my coffee. We just brewed some in the Keurig. It is this stuff right here. I've shown this a couple different times now. We're still drinking it. It's really good. I want to get a different flavor from them before they're all sold out. But pumpkin pecan coffee in the Keurig. And I am loving this Keurig, which is funny to say because this is, I don't even know what number of Keurig this is. We have had several, and several of them kept going out after just a couple months or so. This one's actually been lasting a while, and I love the carafe. It just makes it easy to make coffee for both my husband and I. Actually, he's been the one making the coffee, but so I'm gonna fill my carafe up here. And then gonna be putting some of this pumpkin spice, zero sugar coffee made in it. This is for a tablespoon, 15 calories and 0 points. So I always just measure mine out. There's my tablespoon. Just dump that in, give it a stir, and there's my coffee for this morning. And since 0 points for the coffee, 0 points for the coffee creamer, that's gonna make breakfast 0 points for me. And again, I will occasionally say I do intermittent fast, so I don't eat anything food-wise, just my coffee or tea. So I'm gonna get heading out the door here, but I will be back for lunchtime. Today for lunch, I am gonna be making up some Mexican pizzas. I've got some corn tortillas I'm trying to get through. So I'm gonna use a few of those for that. And this is gonna start, I've got a cookie sheet here with a piece of parchment. I'm gonna just spritz that with a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm gonna lay 4 of these white corn tortillas down and then spritz the top of them with a little olive oil. Now I'm gonna bake these in my oven at 425 for about 5 to 7 minutes just to get a little bit of a crispness on them. And then here in a small bowl, I've got a half cup of fat-free refried beans. I went ahead and put that in the microwave for just about 15 seconds to soften them up a little bit. And to those, I'm gonna add in some of this Member's Mark fresh cilantro salsa, about a 1/3 cup. And then some fresh cilantro, about a half cup, maybe a little less. And then I'm gonna just mix all this together really well, like that. And I'm gonna just set that aside and work on my meat mixture. For my taco meat, I'm gonna just be using 8 ounces of ground turkey, maybe, it'll come out of there. And I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, about a teaspoon, actually a little more than that. I love my garlic though. And then a teaspoon of taco seasoning. And I'm gonna just cook this all together in here until that turkey is all the way cooked through. I let those cook in there for a little over 5 minutes. So now that they're toasted a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and take my bean mixture here and I'm gonna just put 1/4 of that on each one of these. And then just kind of spread it out evenly on the tops. And now that I've got that on there, I'm gonna take my meat. I'm gonna just evenly divide it between the 4. And now I'm gonna take a tablespoon of this reduced fat Mexican style blend shredded cheese and put that on each one of these. And I'm gonna put these back in my oven at 425 again for just a couple minutes or so, or until that cheese is nice and melted. And here's how those are looking. I pulled them out, they are done. So I'll go ahead and get one plated up and show you what I have on it. Okay, and here I've got mine with my toppings on it. So these for me are 4 points each. So I've got one of those obviously for 4 points. And then the toppings that I've got on here don't carry any points either. I've got a little bit of fat-free Greek yogurt, some sliced avocado, tomato, and a little more cilantro. None of those carry points for me. So this is 4 points total. Along with it, I'm having a couple mandarins, and those are 0 points. And then I also am drinking currently and gonna have with it Diet Mountain Dew for 0 points. So that's gonna make my lunch total for today 4 points. For my snack today, I'm gonna be making up an iced pumpkin spice latte. I found this recipe originally on the WW app. I've made a couple changes to it though, so the recipe builder link that I'm gonna be linking down below is gonna be reflective of my changes. But this is a nice one if you're looking for something pumpkin spice, drink-wise, but if it's still too hot where you are, kind of how it is here. I thought it was getting cooler, but it's definitely not. And you're not ready for the hot pumpkin spice, the iced one is a nice one to have. That being said, I do have a video that I did on a hot pumpkin spice that I'll link up above and down below if you want to check that out. But what I'm adding in here, I've got a 2-cup measuring cup, and I just added in some almond milk, unsweetened vanilla, a cup of that. And then to that, I'm gonna add some of this Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. This is the golden. And then 2 teaspoons of this espresso instant coffee, 1/4 teaspoon pumpkin pie spice, and 2 tablespoons pumpkin puree. And then I'm gonna just whisk all this together until everything has dissolved. Now that I've got that all whisked together, I'm gonna take a pint jar here. I'm gonna fill it about halfway with ice, and then I'm gonna just pour that in. Now you could do it just like this and it would be a point, but I'm gonna add a little bit of whipped topping, just a couple tablespoons for another point. It's actually probably more than a couple, but and then on top of that, I'm just gonna add a little pinch more of the pumpkin spice. And that is it. So that is a 2-point drink, and it's definitely worth every point as far as I'm concerned. So that's gonna make my snack total for today 2 points. For dinner tonight, I am having leftovers. I'm having a leftover turkey lasagna roll here. I showed these in my latest What's for Dinner, so I'll link that up above and down below if you didn't see that. They're really good. What I really like about them actually is the fact that my son likes them, I think, because they're kind of fun. So we're having one of those. Those are 6 points a piece. And then I'm also having a pretty good sized salad. Just a spring mix blend with, I added some carrots, onion, and avocado, all 0 points for me. And I'm gonna be using a very, very small amount of this zesty Italian fat-free dressing. If you only use a tablespoon, which is what I'm gonna try to do, it is 0 points. So that's gonna make my salad 0 points, which is gonna make my dinner total for tonight 6 points. For dessert tonight, I am keeping it really simple and just having one of these Kirkland protein cookies and cream bars. These are really good. They're I think they kind of hit the spot for a sweet, if you're having a sweet tooth, but they're not too bad for you. They've got 2 grams of sugar, 11 carbs, and 22 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. And they are 170 calories, 4 grams of fat. So point wise, they are 4 points, but they really kind of, like I said, they hit the spot if you're having a sweet tooth, and they're also very filling too. So I really like these. But yeah, that's it for dessert. And that is actually going to be the end of my day, which I think is going to end me using all 16 of my points, if I've got that figured correctly, but it'll be on the screen regardless. Anyway, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed and maybe you got some ideas. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you on the next one.